everyone, welcome back to the channel. So what I'm going to do is I need to do the rear differential fluid change on the SLK Mercedes. The problem with the way the exhaust is set up on that is the drain bolt or the drain hole for the differential, the rear diff, is right next to the exhaust, and so you've got about this much room to be able to get in there and work around to get that drain plug out. It's a 14 millimeter socket, pipe plug, basically, whatever, and so I have two of these Allen wrenches, and they're 14 millimeters, and they're made by Klein, and probably shouldn't be doing what I'm going to do with this one, but it says not just Germany, but it says West Germany on it. So yeah, these tools are pretty old, so I got them when I was stationed in Germany many years back. And so, but what I'm going to do is I am going to take off a section about 2 inches long of this Allen wrench, and then and basically create my own tool, because I do have a 14 millimeter socket, but because of where the exhaust is placed in this car, you can't get it in there. And so my goal here is basically to take this, cut it off, make the tool that'll go in there, use a wrench to remove the bolt and drain the differential. So that's what the plan is anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, what I've done is you can see the little mark that's on right there, and that's 1.5 inches, and so that'll give me the room that I need. I'm going to chuck it up in my my vise, and I'm going to put it right at about that line, that mark that I made, and get it about as level as I can get it. That way the end of it is going to be as flat as possible, because I'm going to use the sides of the jaws of the vise as a guide. So now it's a matter of just cutting through it and hoping that my hacksaw can do what it needs to do. Okay, so I did change out the blade. You can see that it's the white blade instead of the black blade. These ones are for a lot softer metals. This is clearly not as soft, and so change it out for the proper blade to do this with. And there you have it. So cut it off. Now shorten that one up. I do have another one that's the exact same, the original length, so I don't worry about that so much, but set that aside. That's probably a little bit warm. No, surprisingly. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to set the tool up on in, and give me a second. I'm going to grab a file, and so we'll clean this up so we don't have sharp edges. Alright, got a file. What I'm going to do is just take it to the edges, just clean them up a little bit so that there's nothing that's going to cut your fingers or anything while you're handling the tool. Careful. Just kind of basically chamfering the edges a little bit. It doesn't take much. Nice clean edges. Don't worry about fingers or anything. So there you have it. That's the tool that we're in. Let me grab a wrench. So, like I said, it's a 14 millimeter, basically a pipe plug is what it is. This tool will go in and get my wrench, and that is my tool to get that plug out instead of buying the tool for the job, because essentially what the tool for the job is a 14 millimeter Allen socket or Allen wrench and a 14 millimeter wrench tied together. And the pictures that I've seen, basically they're wrapped in plastic or rubber to hold it all together. And so what I'll probably do in the future is just run a weld around there, or some JB weld. And the reason that I'll use JB weld is because that is a lot more accessible to the average person that's going to be out there building this tool. I have a welder, and so that's nice to have, but I got to remember that I'm trying to do this so that everybody else has the opportunity to figure out how to do some of these projects with what they have on hand. So anyway, that's it in a nutshell. That is the tool built, and so now we can actually go get that gear oil changed. Hey, thanks for watching Yellow Jacket Garage. I appreciate it, and if you have not already done so, please hit that like and subscribe button down below. And down in the bottom, one of the corners is a subscribe link. If you see that little Yellow Jacket Garage logo, click on that and it'll ask you to subscribe. You can just subscribe, turn on those post notifications, that way when I put out a new video you get notified. So, other than that, great day, great job, easy task. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on down the road.